Well, we got here an hour early, 8 o'clock. Let me show you guys why. So there you go. We've got one here, and there's two on the other side, total of 4. We've got a DVR as well with a 500 gig hard drive in it. So yeah. So you said you got 3 of the 4 Commodores working and 3 of the 5 drives working.
These 3 work. These 3 drives work. These are dead power supplies, no good.
Alright.
This one's just parts. I use a bunch of parts from this.
Okay.
This goes, that works. This one here, it works, but it's weak.
Okay.
I think something wrong with the circuit board.
Okay.
That one's parts.
Okay.
This one, these ones were sacrificial pigs for these.
Sweet. Alright guys, it's 11:30. We're sitting at 1:59. It's turned out to be a pretty decent day so far. I want to talk about something I did last night. My wife had to come and pick some stuff up that we sold online on Friday, and she picked up all 5 NES systems that I had that were down below that were broken. Took them all home. I got 4 of the 5 working, which is awesome. Not 5 minutes into our day at 9 o'clock once we opened up, we sold one of them. I have a feeling the other couple are going to go as well pretty quickly. People are definitely looking for those, and we sell them between $40 and $50 is about what I get for them with the controller and the hookups. So guys, some of the other stuff we sold, I sold Crash Cortex and Crash 1, the original Crash Bandicoot for the PS1. We sold NBA 2K15, not sure if that was for the 360 or PS3, kind of a throwaway game, but it's still like a $20 game. We sold 2 Lego games for the PS3. One was Pirates of the Caribbean, the other one was Lord of the Rings. And we sold a copy of Godzilla for the NES Loose, one of our collector friends, the guy who bought a ton of stuff last weekend. Spent like $140 each day that he came in last week. Picked that up. So guys, once things start picking up again, I will let you know. Well, it is coming up on 2 o'clock. We're sitting at 391. Had a ton of people come in here the last few hours. It's been super packed in the store so far. Some of the stuff we sold an N64. We sold Team Crash Racing for the PS1. We sold Dragon Ball Z Budokai and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for the PS2. Soul Calibur 3 for the PS2. The gentleman who's come in here that has a video blog and a YouTube channel, he does Twitch streaming as well. He bought Kid Icarus for the NES. We sold 10 comics, and we sold 5 $4 N64 games. So guys, once things start picking up again, I will let you know. It is coming up on 3 o'clock. We're sitting at 4:50. It's been very slow this last hour. I think there's only a couple things. We had a gentleman and a mom with a little boy come in and bought 3 Skylanders figures for like 3 apiece. Then somebody came in and bought Jade Cocoon for the PS1 in really great shape. So guys, if anything else sells, I'll let you know. Guys, it's a little after 4 o'clock. We ended up at 485. The only thing we sold from 3 to 4 was an original Xbox system with a controller and all the hookups. So, yep, now go ahead and stay tuned for Sunday. Welcome back, everyone, to a rather hot Sunday morning here at the Big Top. It's currently 11 o'clock. We've taken in a few things. We're currently setting at $67. Some of the things we've sold here in the last few hours. We sold a copy of Kingdom Hearts 2 for the PS2. They also picked up an AV cable. Somebody picked up Golden Sun, Dark Dawn for the DS. We also sold a copy of Fix-It Felix, Super Tennis for the Super Nintendo, with a Universal RF. So guys, once things start selling again, I will let you know. Well guys, it is 2 o'clock. We're sitting at 316. We've had a few people come in and sell us stuff, mostly PS3 games. We also had the gentleman who does the blog. He came back in with his girlfriend, ended up picking up Super Metroid from us, which was really nice. He also brought in some really, really nice 3DS and DS games that he traded in. Very happy to get that. Quite a few Mario games and a few other games as well. But here's some of the other stuff that we sold in that time. We sold 7 Atari 2600 games, 4 of them were actually pretty decently priced ones. He came in last weekend and bought the Atari 2600 Junior I had, and about 3 or 4 decent games. He came back and bought some more. We sold Left 4 Dead 2 for the 360, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 for the PS3. We sold Crash Bandicoot Cortex Strikes Again for the PS1, as well as Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 for the Wii. Really nice to see that go. We've had it for a while. We do have 2 more copies of that game, unfortunately. We sold an N64 with an extra brand new controller. We sold 3 comics. We sold Inspector Gadget and Pink Panther for the Super Nintendo. And we sold 2 Wii games. So guys, once things start picking up again, I will let you know. Also wanted to mention that the Tinkerer came back in. I had given him 2 2600 systems to work on. He got one of them working. The other one actually works. It's just the game select switch is busted on it. We've got to try to find a broken system to replace the button with. But look at the quality of this system. He cleaned it for me, and it is just absolutely beautiful. I mean, almost as good as it did back in the 80s when it came out. And you can see with the new style RF box that we use, how good a picture quality it has. Also, we had a friend of ours, Bobby, come in today. He brought us some more stuff that he was selling. We got 2 wireless Atari 2600 controllers. Fortunately, they do not have the receivers and the backs. That's okay. I think they're kind of cool. This is a really cool flyer from 1980 from the Atari 2600 service centers. We got some PSP games, Atari 2600 game, a couple NES games, and this stack of games here. Also, let's walk over here. We got these display cases as well. The gentleman and his girlfriend who bought the Super Metroid from me, I thought I'd show you the games that he actually brought in. He brought in the Mario Kart DS. He brought the Kirby Superstar game in. He bought the Mario and Luigi game, the Yoshi's New Island in. Oh, and he bought in the Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, as well as the other Mario and Luigi game. Guys, I wanted to show you the display case. We finally got that sucker loaded, and it looks awesome. We got our Skylanders, our 3DS games, DS games, some of the handheld systems, and some lone PSP games in there. Well guys, it's 4:30. We're getting the absolute heck out of here. We had somebody come in at the very end waiting on their mother. They picked up a PS2 system from us, and she picked up Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories for the PS2 as well. Then we had somebody come in and pick up an original Xbox. I think that was my last one. I'm going to dig around and see if I can find one. So guys, now stay tuned for the wrap-up. Alright guys, here's the wrap-up portion of the video. On Saturday we did $485. Sunday we did $465 for a grand total of $950. Not a bad weekend. Got to say that the Tinker definitely came through for us with as much stuff as he got fixed for us. Also, I gave him what's called an FPGA MIST. It was a FPGA that allows you to put like Atari ST and a Commodore Amiga ROMs on it, and it basically emulates those right down to the hardware, which is really cool. We'll see if he can get it fixed. All it's wrong was the USB port power came off, and he's going to solder it back on for me. Alright, there's a couple things that I decided to keep, and one thing that I came in for me today, or this weekend. We've got Tank's Fury. It's a game for the Commodore Amiga. Saw it and saw a video for it, and it looks really, really cool. Fortunately, or unfortunately, I've not been able to get it to work on my Commodore Amiga 4000. I'm going to get in contact with the developers and see if it was compatible. I thought it was, or maybe I'm doing something wrong. They can help me get it working, because I'd love to do a video for you guys on this. I don't know if you can see it. Looks really cool. And now a couple things I decided to keep for myself that came in this weekend. First was this. I've never heard of this game for the PS1. Very obscure. Ain't worth anything though, but I thought it was kind of neat. It is the Bombing Islands. Really happy to add that to my collection. Something else that came in was the steel box for Perfect Dark Zero. I know the game was decent, but this is the collector's edition. What was in it had a copy of Gun in it, but I'm going to take my copy and my disc and put that in here. I'm going to put Gun in the green case of my original game, and I'm going to have a nice copy, because you can see also It came with the bonus disc as well and the manual. So that's kind of cool. And the last thing I decided to keep for myself, as you well can imagine, it was the 1980 Atari Service Center flyer. Thought that was really cool. I would like to get that frame maybe and add it to my game collection in my game room. Again, guys, thanks for watching.